Dimash is one of the greatest singers in the world. For some, he is a gift for humanity. People believe his voice can cure. Attentive fans may have already noticed interesting fact about Dimash. In his Instagram page, he congratulates his grandmother with her birthday, calling her mommy. Why? If you want to know a little bit more about Dimash and Kazakh culture, stay tuned. I will discuss the reasons behind the tradition of calling grandparents as mommy and daddy. I will provide subjective interpretation for Dimash's posts written in Kazakh language on his Instagram page, and you will learn some new Kazakh words. Hello, friends. So, as you probably have noticed, Dimash does not call his mother as mommy and father as daddy. Dimash is from Kazakhstan. He loves his country and culture very much. Recognition of a grandson as the youngest child of grandparents is an ancient Kazakh tradition. Here is a little bit of background of how usually families built in Kazakh cultures. Usually, when a couple gets married and has a kid, they do not live separately from the extended family. Instead, the bride leaves her previous family, and on the wedding day, she sings a goodbye songs to her parents and relatives. There is a proverb, daughter is a guest, because after her wedding, she becomes a new member of her husband's family and gets a new title of Kelin, which literally means the one who came. There are many reasons why tradition of giving the eldest child to elderly relatives became as a tradition. I will outline some of them. The first reason is this distribution of labor. Firstly, as the whole family shared a common household, there was a distribution of labor. Living in one yurt or house, the younger members of household were engaged in a lot of work, cattle, construction, and physically demanding jobs, and the old ones were taking care of children. Another scenario might be that newlyweds could go to the city for work and earn money, while kids were staying with grandparents in auls, and thus grandparents become attached to kids. The second reason is lack of experience. Ata, granddad, and Ajé, grandma, took their grandchildren, believing that young parents still do not have the necessary experience in raising kids. The tradition was created partly due to the fact that the older ones have great life experience in raising children. Therefore, they took the first, second, and sometimes even third grandchildren for themselves immediately after the end of their breastfeeding. Children raised by grandparents usually grow up to be people who know and respect traditions very well. Third reason is respect for elders. In Kazakh culture, seniors usually are well respected. Elders are considered the carriers of knowledge, tradition, and wisdom. Elders are the head of the family, and usually their advice is valued to the point where they are the decision makers in the household. Elderly grandparents live with their families for support and care, and they contribute to the household by preparing meals and caring for grandkids. And the first kids could be considered as a gift to grandparents. Some Kazakhs still adhere to this tradition. Although it was wildly common among previous generation, nowadays it becomes less common as country becomes more modern. So the kids call grandparents as mommy and daddy. How does the kid call its biological parents? Usually apa, which means older sister, or tatia, which means aunt, or zhenge, which means older brother's wife. And father named as older brother or uncle. Ағатайым. Now, coming back to Dimash, on his official Instagram page, he wrote some posts dedicated to his grandma. Here are screenshots of several Dimash's posts on Instagram that were written in Kazakh language. I will provide my subjective translations for a few quotes from these posts that show that he calls his grandmother and grandfather as mommy and daddy. So, on this post, Dimash wrote, "Father and mother, congratulations to your golden wedding anniversary." So here he is referring to his grandparents by providing their photo and the link to the Instagram page of his grandmother. On the next post uploaded by Dimash, he wrote, "Sveta Appa, happy birthday to you." While congratulating his mom with her birthday, he addresses her by her name with the word Appa. The word Appa translates as older sister or aunt. Another photo of Dimash with his parents. Dimash wrote, "Sveta Appa, happy birthday. I love you very much. I wish you with Agatayam to be together forever and get old together." So here we see that he is referring to his dad, calling him Agatayam. As you already saw, Agatayam translates as older brother or uncle. On the next picture, there is photo of Dimash and his grandmother as he provided a link to her Instagram page. And he calls her Mama, which translates as mother, mommy. On this post, Dimash wrote, "This is the present that was done for my parents." Again, we see that Dimash addresses to his grandparents as to parents. On this picture, Dimash congratulates his grandma, writing, "Mommy, happy Mother's Day." So now you know a little more about Dimash's background and traditions of his country. Comment down below if you have similar traditions in your country and what else would you like to know about Dimash's culture and background. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, dears.